Hello and welcome to the WRRAP URC Christmas Quiz 2023. This quiz is going to be all about the URC and it's going to be trivia questions for you to answer. There's going to be 20 questions in total, one for each URC team, plus some trivia questions at the very end. So first of all, the quiz rules is 1 point per question. There's no half marks. There's no extra marks if there's multiple answers to a single question. It's one question equals 1 point. Don't cheat. Don't look it up on your phone. Don't Google it. Don't text your Uncle Ted, who is a big URC anorak. You're only cheating yourself, and it ruins the fun for everybody. You're allowed, however, to put off your competitors as much as you like. So if you're doing this with a group of mates in the living room on Christmas Day or Boxing Day or New Year's Day, you're allowed to throw pens at them. You're allowed to sledge them and just tell them that they're idiots as much as you like. And finally, just try and enjoy it. It's not brain surgery. We're not trying to fix the Dragon's defense over here. Just have a bit of fun and get as many right as you can. If you're playing this as a drinking game, it's 1 finger per wrong answer, 2 fingers if you fail to answer at all. And if you give a particularly crap answer, your mates are allowed to force you to neck your drink. So let's make a start and get on with question 1. Benetton are the title sponsors of Treviso. What line of business are Benetton in? That's what line of business are Benetton in? Question number 2. What colour are zebra's stripes? That's what colour are zebra's stripes? Question number 3. Name both of Edinburgh's club captains for this year. Both of Edinburgh's club captains for this year. And remember, you only get 1 point if you get both of them. Number 4, Glasgow hold the record for the most consecutive Pro 12 playoffs reached. How many is that? That's how many consecutive Pro 12 playoffs have Glasgow reached? We're now on to the South African Conference, so this will be question number 5. Name the Bulls' all-time top point scorer. That's for the Bulls. Who is the all-time top scorer? Question number 6. How many years in a row did the Lions reach the Super Rugby finals? So when they were in Super Rugby, how many years in a row did the Lions reach the finals? Question number 7. Before Hollywood Bets, who was the Sharks' title sponsor? So before Hollywood Bets, who was the Sharks' title sponsor? Question number 8. How many Super Rugby titles did the Stormers win? That's how many Super Rugby titles did the Stormers win? Now on to the Irish Shield. Question number 9. What is the capacity of Connacht's Sports Ground Stadium? That is, what is the capacity of Connacht's Sports Ground Stadium? Question number 10. How many games did Leinster play at the Aviva Stadium last season? So in all competitions, how many games did Leinster play at the Aviva? Question number 11. In meters, how tall is Craig Casey? So in meters, how tall is Munster captain Craig Casey? Question number 12. Name the heaviest player in the Ulster squad. Name the heaviest player in the Ulster squad. And finally, onto the Welsh Shield. Question number 13. Who were the 2 Cardiff players who missed penalty kicks in the penalty shootout against Leicester Tigers in the 2009 Heineken Cup semi-final? So in the Heineken Cup semi-final against Leicester Tigers, which went to a penalty shootout, who were the 2 Cardiff players who missed the kicks? And remember, you only get the point if you name both. Question number 14. What is the Dragons' best ever league finish? That's going from the Celtic League right through to the URC today. What is the Dragons' best ever finish and in what season? You need to name the season and the league position to get the point. Question number 15. Who was the first player to captain the Ospreys? Who was the Ospreys' first ever captain? And question number 16. Which Scarlets player scored a hat-trick in a league final at the Aviva Stadium? So which Scarlets player scored a hat-trick of tries in a league final at the Aviva Stadium? And on to the trivia round. So this is widely about the URC in general, not about specific teams. Question number 17. How many URC referees took charge of a game at the 2023 World Cup? So how many referees from the URC took charge of a game at the 2023 World Cup? Question number 18. What was the highest attendance for a single URC game in the 2022-23 season? So what was the highest attendance for a single game in the 2022-23 season? Question number 19. Who are the reigning Guinness Pro 14 champions? Who are the reigning Guinness Pro 14 champions? Question number 20. Name the 5 teams who have left the URC since its inception as the Celtic League in 2003. So you need to name all 5 teams that have left the URC since its inception in 2003. And you need all 5 for 1 point. A final question, this is the tie-break question. What was the combined total attendance for all of the URC in 2022-23 season? For the entirety of last season, what was the combined attendance? Don't forget, you can find WRRAP on all of the social media places such as Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. You can also find the audio version of our podcast at both Spotify and Apple Podcasts. You can find us on the Sports Social Network and Megaphone as well. Or if you like looking at our faces, please head over to our YouTube channel. If you like, subscribe and leave a comment. We always reply and it really helps us to grow. Thanks very much. Okay, on to the answers now. So the answer to question number 1, which was Benetton are in which line of work? The answer was clothing. Benetton are a clothing brand. Question number 2. What colour are zebra's stripes? And the answer is, of course, blue and yellow. Zebra's stripes are blue and yellow. Question number 3. Name both of Edinburgh's captains for this year. It's Grant Gilchrist and Ben Vellacott. They are Edinburgh's captains for this year. It is 1 point if you get both. Question number 4. Glasgow hold the record for the most consecutive Pro 12 playoffs reached. How many is that? 5. 5 is the answer. Glasgow reached 5 consecutive Pro 12 playoffs. Question number 5. Name the Bulls' all-time top points scorer. It is, of course, the one and only Mornay Steyn. Mornay Steyn is the top point scorer for the Bulls. Question number 6. How many years in a row did the Lions reach the Super Rugby finals? 3. 3 years in a row, the Lions reached the Super Rugby finals and won none of them. Question number 7. Before Hollywood Bets, who was the Sharks' title sponsor? The answer is, of course, Cell C. It was the Cell C Sharks before it was the Hollywood Bets Sharks. Question number 8. How many Super Rugby titles have the Stormers won? 0, none. So the Stormers never won a Super Rugby title. They joined the URC and won it in their first season. That was their first ever league title. Okay, question number 9. What is the capacity of Connacht's Sports Ground Stadium? 8,000. 8,000 is the capacity in Galway. Question number 10. How many games did Leinster play at the Aviva Stadium last season? 8. So they played 8 games at the Aviva. They played 9 at the RDS. So it's almost a 50-50 split. Leinster played 8 games at the Aviva. Question number 11. How tall in metres is Munster captain Craig Casey? Craig Casey is 1.65 metres tall. So that's well under 6 foot. That's about 5'8", 5'9". He's 1.65 metres tall. You only get the point if you gave it in metres. If you gave it in feet and inches, you don't get the point. Question number 12. Name the heaviest player in the Ulster squad. Marty Moore. He is 19 stone and 11 pounds. Question number 13. Who were Cardiff's players who missed kicks in the penalty shootout in the 2009 Heineken Cup semi-final? I'm sure you got one of these, Martin Williams, but the other one was Tom James. Martin Williams and Tom James. You need to get both for 1 point. Question number 14. What is the Dragons' best ever league finish from the Celtic League through to the URC today? What finish was it and what was the year? It was 3rd in the 2003-2004 season. It was 3rd in their first ever season. That is their best ever finish. Question number 15. Who was the first ever player to captain the Ospreys? It was, of course, Scott Gibbs. Scott Gibbs was the Ospreys' first ever captain. And then last Welsh question. Which Scarlets player scored a hat-trick in a league final at the Aviva? Johnny McNichol. So if you were thinking about the 2017 final when the Scarlets won the league, that's wrong. But in the following season, when the Scarlets lost to Leinster, Johnny McNichol scored a hat-trick in that game. And he is the only player to score a hat-trick in a league final and be on the losing side. Question number 17. How many URC refs took charge of a game at the 2023 World Cup? The answer is 2. Andrew Brace and Jaco Piper were the 2 URC refs to take charge of a game at the 2023 World Cup. Question 18. What was the highest attendance for a single URC game in the 2022-23 season? The answer is 56,344. That was Stormers versus Munster in the grand final. Question 19. Who are the reigning Guinness Pro 14 champions? The answer is, of course, Leinster. They won it in the 2020-2021 season. Question number 20, last main question. Name the 5 teams who have left the URC since its inception in 2003. So the 5 teams who have left the league are Celtic Warriors, Borders, Ironi, Cheetahs, and Southern Kings. You need to get all 5 of these to get 1 point. And then the tie-break question. What was the combined total attendance for all of the URC games in the 2022-23 season? The answer was 1,632,114 over 151 games, which was a record for the league. So thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed the quiz. Have a great Christmas from everyone here at WRRAP and have a happy new year.